All right. We continue our Game 5 news conference with Cincinnati. We are joined by head coach Jordan Bishel, third baseman Carrington Cross, and left fielder Christian Mitchell. Coach will make an opening statement, and then we will go into questions. Coach.
Yeah, like I talked about 2 days ago, Wake Forest, really, really good program, really, really well coached, really, really good team, and they flat out beat us today. Their pitcher, Matt, threw a great ball game. We just couldn't get a lot going offensively, gave them a little free pass early, but if you're going to end the season, these are the type of settings you want to end them in, right? And really proud of our guys. I don't want to get too emotional here, so I won't talk too much. But other thing I want to say is just want to thank University of Tennessee and all their folks that are involved. Takes a heck of a lot of work to put one of these things on, and they probably get very, very few thank yous and a lot of complaints. And so they've been first class, and it's made an experience pretty awesome for our guys, I think. So appreciate everything they've done. But, yeah, we can take questions.
Questions? Second row here. Let's keep it there.
Coach, obviously really, really tough. When did you kind of see Dallas get into that groove, and what did you see him doing to kind of shut you guys down?
Yeah, I mean, the fastball is really, really good. It has really good late life to it. He's got good extension, gets it out front. So we're a little bit late early. And then actually I thought second, third innings, we started to square up a lot of baseballs. He just went at people. And then when you fall behind a bunch of runs to a guy that settled in throwing strikes, it just gets tougher and tougher. But I thought we did some good things kind of as we got into that second trip around, but just couldn't get anything rolling.
Carrington, you said you can't treat this like an elimination game, but at some point when it's 10 runs out there, how tough is it when you see reality hitting soon?
Yeah, I definitely calm myself sometimes, getting emotional towards like the 8th, 9th out on the field. But you just got to have faith. I mean, that last AB, if I was to have that on my mind, I think I would have went down swinging on those balls in the dirt. So I was just kind of trusting it, thinking we always had a chance. But, yeah, it definitely was in the back of the head. But at the end of the day, you got to kind of bear down and grind out the whole game. It's never over until it was over.
Stay in second row.
Carrington had a really hard line out, and then the thought was that might have been your last step out, probably really frustrating one. How nervous were you on deck there to get that last step out and get that walk?
I mean, I wouldn't say I was nervous or anything. I thought I was seeing it well again today. Lined out twice, just baseball, and then the last AB. I just had to trust my process. I kind of got out of it on that first pitch. Kind of got anxious, but I kind of told myself to slow down. And there wasn't really any nerves. I just had to trust what I was doing.
Christian, you had to wait your turn a little bit, but you've been a regular. Some pretty good swings in this tournament for you to end your career.
Yeah, thank you. I still got one more year, so it's not ending.
I'm off. Well, welcome back then.
You're done, buddy. You're done.
You want to talk about next year?
Yeah, basically, this guy sitting right next to me kind of is just like the role model that like the freshmen coming in and like transfers should really just be looking at. He does everything the way it's supposed to be done, and without him, we would not be at this spot. And I just couldn't thank him enough. And he's really gonna be an impact on this program for years coming, and that's all we got to do. Just start. If we get 9 guys playing like him, we'll be in Omaha. We'll be winning the College World Series. So that's all I got.
Third row.
Carrington, obviously emotional time after your final game in a Bearcat uniform after 5 long years. Just talk about the emotions you're going through right now.
Yeah, I mean, it's really tough going out, and the first person I want to see was my mom, and she's been, I mean, just kind of grabbed her, and she was with me like the whole way. Never missed any summer ball, never missed any college home games, and then to my teammates, University of Cincinnati, came from rock bottom. I mean, we're here. I mean, it's not the way you want to go out, but I owe the University of Cincinnati everything. I owe you everything. I owe all the alumni everything. I mean, I want to be here without support staff, my teammates, my loved ones, my girlfriend, everybody. I mean, I'm really blessed to have the people behind me, and I can't thank the University of Cincinnati enough.
Coach Christian kind of talked about it. I know you can't replace Carrington and get that kind of guy back, but How has he set these guys up to kind of know what they can accomplish and how good they can be?
Yeah, obviously, not going to replace those numbers or probably the person. I think the first thing that Carrington would tell you is there's a bunch of guys not sitting up here that are just as hard to replace. The Corey Klingenbecks, the Loudon Brooks. I can keep going on down the list. And I think that's going to be the tough thing is a lot of guys poured a lot of blood, sweat, and tears into this. But what I'll say is, when I moved here, our family moved here 2 years ago from Central Michigan. Dave Kylitz, who is a massive mentor of mine. If you know college baseball, you know that name. It's Mount Rushmore, and I promised him if I ever left Central Michigan, it would be somewhere where I believed we could play all the way to the end of the season and go to Omaha. And I think when you talk about segueing to Carrington, there's going to come a point in this program where he's watching us play much deeper in a postseason than we did today, and he's going to be really, really proud of that, knowing he's a part of it. No different than the Coreys, the Loudons, the Brandon Shires, the Rodney Schultzes, the Adam Rakiches, Mike Contis. I can go on and on and on. But that's the cool thing about it is we're going to be here to stay. Can't always guarantee winning and losing, but we're going to do this thing the right way, and we're going to make, he's made us awfully proud. We're going to make him and his teammates awfully proud with where we go going forward.
Not everyone gets to this level. At some point, can you appreciate that within the last 2 days, I count 5 first-round Major League Draft choices that you played against or with?
Yeah, I think our guys know they fit on the field right with those guys. We're going to have those guys coming out of here too, maybe as soon as later this year and into next year. So, yeah, that's where we belong right now, and we're proud of that.
Last one.
What's necessary to take that next step and to get to Omaha?
We aren't even going to – I really believe we'll see those type of days around here at some point, but we're not going to really talk about it. What's necessary is continuing down the path we're on. Guys that are invested, guys that buy in, guys that believe in what we're doing. 1 or 2 turns of the game last night, and they're maybe having different conversations already. So we got to stay with who we are and keep growing and keep getting better. We're going to be gritty little Cincinnati. We're going to be underdogs. We're not going to get too caught up in how many games we win or what standings look like or rankings or things like that. We're going to stay a family. We're going to keep grinding together. We're going to grow together, and we'll see where that takes us.
All right. Thank you, gentlemen, and congratulations on an outstanding season.